Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. And yes, I realize I have a phantom border in the background. There's a couple of reasons for this, because I was meant to not be here today. And because the grace of Deutsche Bahn German trains, my trip has been delayed by like 2 or 3 hours. So I kind of connected my laptop so we could do a video here today, but I didn't reconnect everything. That's okay. Just a reminder that I am here. We're going to be talking a little bit about Damon Hellstrom because there is, I think if you guys followed my data mines, we had a data mine on the next leaderboard, and it is going to be a spending core leaderboard. So this is a bit of a public service announcement, and maybe this is a bit too late for some people who have already done this or have already spent on him. But for everyone else, especially more free to play and power core hoarding minded, there is going to be a reason to do this later, just not quite yet. We're also going to do a little bit of a double back when it comes to Battle World. I understand that we did talk about it with the data mines, and essentially everything, almost everything that was in there was on the blog. But I want to cover a few things that were not, and a few things that were said actually by also community manager Pathfinder and Mobile Gamer, which actually refutes some of the things that Pathfinder said. So I'm a little bit confused, and we'll see what ends up happening. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay, so let's start with a reminder. So this is the new data mines, right? Of the Son of Darkness, but we already discussed this in the last video. This is just a bit more clear as to what they're wanting from us. So earn 3 diamond, Damon Hellstrom, Son of Darkness milestone, gain progress in this event by spending power cores, right? It can't be any clearer than that. Earning Hellcat diamond ore fragments. So in the other data mines, there was a conversion where you could spend power cores to buy these diamond orb fragments directly. So there's a couple of things you could do with your power cores. You could do this, right, to exchange for Hellcat diamond orb fragments, which may be, for the purposes of the leaderboard, a better double dip. We don't know what the point conversion is yet for per power core. So there's 2 things. You could either just buy Damon Hellstrom orbs to get them unlocked, or you could convert it to these Hellcat diamond orb fragments. I assume that this is an event that's going to be starting next week. We'll find out officially what day, though, in the blog. Playing Cosmic Crucible, and then playing with Damon Hellstrom, like making sure that you have unlocked. So this is going to be important too, because you do get points for him just for a base unlock. So I guess the question is, how much points is that worth, right? Compared to like exchanging it for the diamond orb fragments later on. And then so it's a pretty easy event, right, as far as what they're asking you to do. Purple for ions. Also, the previous data mine did say that it was Mystic G20s in there as well. So again, spending power cores, the diamond orb fragments. This could be a premium objective as well in the next week command center, so you could get some additional stuff there. But otherwise, it's just battling Cosmic Crucible. Like it's a super simple event. My guess is, because it says battling Cosmic Crucible, we know Crucible runs over the weekend. So unless the event starts today, which may be possible, but I mean, maybe it's next Friday, right, or next weekend, essentially, is what I'm saying. We'll find out. I'm wondering if it is this weekend, though, because otherwise it would be wait until next Friday's blog. So yeah, I don't know. We'll find out in terms of the official start date. But do keep this in mind, and I wanted to put this public service announcement. Now, this blog, right, with the Battle World stuff, this came out, and a lot of what was, I'll be perfectly honest, a lot of what was in here was already in the data mines, right? So if you followed my other video, you already kind of knew a lot of this stuff. There's just some visuals, that's all. And I kind of want to scroll past through a lot of this, to be honest, because you might have already seen this from someone else. This is like this was a nice visual, right? That showed us in the blog here, the elite mission with Fantastic Four or Brimstone, and Brimstone is obviously going to play a very important role in like a very important role in Battle World overall. And then we're going to talk about this a little bit. And then there's just a bunch of what I would say raid team kind of nodes, right? Mystic and non-mythic. So, your Mystic raid team, your mutant raid team, your whatever. There's a lot of villain characters, so that won't be that hard. Quasar or Blastar, both, right? Probably. And then the Chaos team, which was interesting. We finally figured that out, right? In the blog. So that's going to be just a collection of characters. And I want to scroll a little bit to that. It's just going to be a random collection of characters that they're going to decide to do at a given time. Right. And so basically, while Brimstone is not Battle World, has Battle World text, they're going to be having a lot of different Battle World mods associated with the different characters in Brimstone to make them better, right? You can see this here. Now, the one thing that I do want to say, though, is that Brimstone, the team, right, is not going to be all available by Battle World's start. Based on the data mines, it seems that Battle World's about 10 days out. So not next Monday, but the Monday after, which means that the second character to come out, is Living Mummy. So we're gonna have Damon Hellstrom and Living Mummy, but I don't know if we're actually gonna have Hellcat available by the time the Battle World launches, because there's usually like a 7 to 10 day gap from each character. So we just had Damon. Living Mummy will be like probably next Friday, right? And then I think it's October the 12th, actually. So 9 days. That's the release date for Living Mummy. And then another 7 to 10 days after that, I think maybe like, we'll see. Like maybe it scrapes through at the end of Battle World, but I'm not sure if this is going to be in at the beginning. And the reason why this is important is because it depends on whether or not that we're going to be forced to upgrade Elsa Bloodstone. Because yes, the nodes are going to use up to 5 of them, but to activate the kits for a lot of the characters, you only need 4 members of the team. But if Hellcat's not available, then you will need Elsa in order to activate the text. So this is something important to keep in mind, that this might be a possibility for the first run of Battle World, that you may need to use Elsa more than you would like. Also, I suppose that, you know, if you don't use Elsa in the future, of course, then you will be needing to use, say, a 5th member from another team, which in this instance, I guess, would be like Franklin Richards or something, maybe, or Sue. Right? Like one single Fantastic Four MCU member alongside the other 4 Brimstone. So that's just something to keep in mind for these missions. We'll see how hard it is. My question is that what difficulty are we going to... I don't think it was answered here, but what difficulty are we actually going to start Battle World 2 off at? Because when Battle World 1 came out, I think we still had to start at like difficulty 3 and then do difficulty 4 the next time and then difficulty 5. Like it took like 3 months to actually get up to difficulty 5. So I don't know if they've actually said, and please comment down below if somebody else said something in relation to the difficulties, because that's something that I have not heard yet myself. One thing that was also missing, once we scroll through most of the, that was about it. I mean, there's some stuff on the boss, but realistically, again, if you watch my data mines video, it was actually had more information on that. One thing that they didn't talk about was Spec Ops. And this is where there's some confliction here, both with Community Manager Pathfinder, with things that he said in the official Discord server, and what Mobile Gamer said on his video. Because Mobile Gamer basically said, and he shouted me out as well for my Data Mines video, was that basically Spec Ops is coming back. In a different form, but it is coming back, right? And so just to clarify what was in the Spec Ops from the Data Mines is this, right? It said add 5 Astral, 5 Vigil, this is collective teamwork, right? 5 Astral, 5 Vigilante teams, 5 Secret Warrior teams, and then individual Captain Britain, Old Man Logan, Mephisto, and 10 7 Yellow Star Nulls. You get bonus points, though. All of this does say bonus VP, so it's not like required for you to do this. How much is that VP going to actually be worth in the grand scheme of things? That's something we don't know. But it also says down below here that if they're at Purple 1, Purple 3, and Purple 5, you'll earn bonus, like stacking bonus VP, essentially. So, I mean, it's here, right? They wouldn't be in the code. They wouldn't have wasted their time on this if it wasn't happening. And that's why I kind of feel like Community Manager Pathfinder is gaslighting us, or was gaslighting us based on some of the things that he said in the official Discord. I have no ill will. I just want to make that clear. I have no ill will towards Pathfinder, but I don't like it when there's attempts to gaslight the community. So Bose Gorilla asked Pathfinder, well, it has more nodes, but Battle World has more nodes. It looks like Spec Ops is back. So yes. Pathfinder replied with a GIF saying, no, Spec Ops is not back. And then over here, what is Spec Ops? Something you won't need to worry about. Okay, all right. This was yesterday. Data mines aren't always what is final. As I've hinted at, there will be news today. So that was the blog, right? That was this blog. But there was nothing in here related to Spec Ops. That doesn't mean it's not happening, though, right? Because why would they do all of this stuff? Why would they add all this new stuff in if it's not happening? It just doesn't make sense. And then just because... So why did the data mines say that it would return? Did the data mines lie? Now, I mean, data mines are just... For people who don't know, data mines are codes that are inputted into the game that can be pushed at a given time. It doesn't mean that it will be pushed. So it is possible, right, that this stuff was implemented into the game, but they have no plans to push it, there's a possibility. But why would they waste their time given that we know that they have like very little resources, that they're a skeletal team? Why would they do any of this if it wasn't actually going to be happening? It seems like a colossal waste of time to even push it into the code. So anyways, just because something is in the game's files never means it is real or happening or going to come in the imminent future, is what he meant to say. Just means it was in the files. So he is not wrong to say this. That being said, with the context that we know of the game right now and the dev team and all of this, I mean, unless this was done a long time ago, but then again, why would this even be here? It says Battle World Century, so this is something that they thought about when it comes to Century's Return, right? So this wouldn't be in the code if they weren't even planning it or thinking about it. So again, I gotta think there's some disconnect here. I'm not 100% sure if Pathfinder knows everything when it comes to data mines, or he understands like why it's in there or not, because he's never, as far as I'm aware, in his past content creation, he never really used data mines that much. So maybe he doesn't know how it gets pushed into the game files or why it's there. That being said, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but if it does come to the game, if we do have Spec Ops, Mobile Gamer said Spec Ops is coming. So who's right and who's wrong? And again, the only reason why I'm making a big deal about this is because I just don't like having the community being gaslit about something that is probably going to happen, or is definitely going to happen. Because if I find out that there is Spec Ops coming to Battle World and Marvel Strike Force, despite what was said here, I'm basically not going to trust anything that is said from now on. That being said, I do want to, because I'm not just going to cherry pick some of the things that he said. I'm wanting to be clear, though, I have nothing against data mines or data miners, so I am not saying anything about that. And I don't have I have no personal ill will towards Pathfinder. It's just, objectively speaking, that if he's attempting to gaslight, that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with him. I suppose it's something he said. We'll find out what ends up being the truth and what not. I feel like there's going to be an update to the update, maybe next week. So we'll find out a little bit more. I'm expecting that Battle World is going to come back, though, come to the game on week 11 of the Command Center, which will be in about a week and a half's time. We'll find out. That's all I wanted to update with you guys today. I know that was a long way of saying save your chorus for Damon Hellstrom, but make sure you do that. And we'll find out the official date for that event probably in the blog later on today. So just a PSA for that one, and I wanted to cover a little bit of some extra Battle World stuff. Again, that's going to be it for me, and then I don't think there's going to be a lot of videos over the weekend because I'm taking a little bit of a break. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.